Linus Tech Tips coverage of CES 2016 is brought to you by Squarespace. Build it beautiful. So behind me, BMW is running a pretty cool demo where they let you get onto one of their motorbikes and you got some fans blowing on you and you're wearing this very, very interesting connected helmet accessory that is supposed to make the riding experience more enjoyable and safer. So I'm actually holding one right now. This is a very early prototype device, and the way that it works is pretty freaking cool. So we'll start at the back where they've got a single rear-facing camera. Right now, this one doesn't do a whole lot, but in the future, you would be able to use this for, say, for example, oncoming car detection, blind spot checking, and a number of other fantastic features, even things like keeping track of where other riders in your group are and indicating if someone is falling behind you. At the little hatch in the back, they've got a spot for 2 batteries, and the prototype right now runs for about 6 hours off of those 2 batteries. The USB ports back there are for development purposes, and it's unclear as to whether or not that would end up in the finished product. So now let's move around to the front. We find yet another camera. This one is an integrated action cam, so you can go ahead and just flip a switch on the bike and start recording footage of your ride. I don't know anything about the quality of the camera at this time, and I suspect BMW doesn't either because, like I said, this is a prototype, but having the ability to record action cam footage directly from the point of view of the rider without having a bulky thing attached to your head is something that I know more than a few people will be interested in. But of course, the real magic comes right in front of the rider's eyes. So that right there is they're saying fully transparent. Nothing is fully transparent. Even the most perfect glass in the world is not 100% light transmission, but boy, is it ever close to the naked eye. So this uses a small projector to the side of the right eye of the rider, and then the light reflects internally in the glass to project an image out in front of the rider, directly in front of their eye. Unlike some of the other smart helmets out there, it puts it really right in the field of view of the rider, which is supposedly okay. I'm going to do the demo in a minute here because it's not distracting in any way, but you don't have to look down at it and look up, meaning that you don't have to refocus your eyes and you don't have to take your eyes away from the road. The chin bar comes up, and I guess it's time for us to helmet up and get this puppy going. Okay. So that was a pretty cool experience. It was a little unnatural sitting on a bike watching the road curve in front of me and having these wind blowers blowing air in my face and not being able to lean and not having the throttle do anything, but that doesn't take away from some of the really, really cool stuff about the demo. So first of all, you've got your speedometer right out in front of you without having to look down for it. The way that it projects the image in front of you rather than having it right close to your face so that you don't have to refocus your eyes is working pretty darn well so far. The fact that it's using the camera to recognize things like changing speed limits, things like construction zones, really cool. The turn-by-turn navigation being on the screen, also very cool. This is all functionality that I would absolutely love to have right now today. Now, it's not perfect. The display is still monocolor. There's just green text, but they've got it working pretty well even in bright conditions, which is great. I think the speakers still need some tuning, so while they're there, so you can actually accept or reject phone calls with the little toggle on the bike, and you could listen to music with them. I think they're going to have to find the right balance between isolating the noise around the rider and making sure that the rider is still safe while being able to maintain a call. And I guess other than that, there's only 2 other things that bum me out. I don't own a bike that works with it yet, and it looks like it's going to be a closed ecosystem where the helmet connects to the bike via a proprietary connection and the bike pairs to your phone via Bluetooth. But I mean, who knows? Maybe that could change in the near future in terms of what bike I'm using. And number 2 is it's a few years before we're going to see a final version of this product for sure. But I know that I, for one, am definitely looking forward to it. So don't miss any of our CES 2016 coverage by making sure you're subscribed over at Linus Tech Tips, and a huge shout out to Squarespace. Oh yeah, my shirt. There you go, there they are. Squarespace for allowing us to be here at the show. Remember guys, if you're building a beautiful website, you're gonna wanna head over to squarespace.com/Linus. Use offer code Linus to save 10% and start building yours today.